Hi, Paul here from One-on-One Property. Today I've got a message for those tenants that are experiencing some financial hardship as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Now that hardship could be caused because you've lost your job, could be caused that your hours have been reduced at work, or it could also be caused because you're unable to go to work due to being in self-isolation. The reason doesn't matter. The impact is it's a particularly stressful time for you, and we recognise that. The purpose of this video is to help you navigate through this next period of time and make you aware of the sorts of things that the government has done to support you in the time that we're in at the moment. So firstly, they have made a few changes to legislation, and they apply to those people that are in financial hardship and may struggle to pay their rent. The big thing is tenants cannot be evicted in these circumstances if they fall into arrears with their rent. Now, this doesn't mean you no longer have to pay rent. It doesn't mean that your rent's not due. It just means that your house, the roof over your heads, is safe. Now, they have encouraged owners and tenants to work together as best we can to come up with reasonable win-win solutions. And this is where communicating with your property manager is particularly important, because they will be able to present your circumstances and your case to the owner. Now, what I would like to say is the government have been fairly proactive with implementing new support structures financially. Now, the first one is actually aimed at employers, but it can actually work to keep your job safe, and that is called the Job Keeper Allowance. Now, what they do, they're offering $1,500 a fortnight per employee to an employer to keep their people at work. Now, if that doesn't apply to you, if your employer isn't able to access that for one reason or another and you've lost your employment, then the job seeker allowance would apply in your situation. Now what that is a $510 to $790 per fortnight payment depending on your circumstances. On top of that, you'd also qualify for the coronavirus supplement, which is an additional $550 per fortnight. Now, another thing the government have done is they've introduced a couple of one-off payments. They're called household support payments, and there's two payments that you can get, each of $750. So they'd help with those bills that you've got pending or coming up, or any one-off type expenses that you might have. The next point that is available, and it's been around for a little while, is rent assistance. Now, rent assistance there's a number of factors there. So there are some eligibility factors that need to be considered, and the amount of rent assistance you get would depend on your contribution to the rent as well. I think the more that you put in, the more that you qualify to receive. And the last thing that you could do is talk to your utility providers, so electricity, water, gas, etc. These particular providers are required to have compassion policies and be open to talking to their customers, whether that is a reduction, whether that is holding your bills and not charging you interest, etc. They are required to assist you. So I hope that information has been helpful. If you'd like more information or a fact sheet on this sort of stuff, please contact One-on-One Property. Our phone number is 4014-1900, and any of our staff there will be more than happy to help. At the moment, One-on-One Property are all hands on deck. Even though our office environment is a little bit different, as you can see, we're there to help you 5 days a week, 9 till 5. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.